How's it going? Ryan Falkenrath here, Set the Pace Triathlon. I'm an Ironman University certified coach, and I'll be with you as part of the event team at Ironman Tulsa 2020. And what I'm going to do is talk about where you should be at currently with your training, looking about 12 to 11 weeks out from race day. So, looking at the people I'm coaching, and personally I'm going to be doing the race as well. This is kind of where I'm looking at for people to be at this point in time to make sure that you're on track to at least meet kind of the minimum of what you need to get done as far as training wise to make sure that you're prepared to finish on race day in good shape to do so. So for the swimming, individual sessions I'm looking at about 3,000 to 3.5K per swim. So you could do meters, yards, whatever you're looking at. So that's individually what I'm looking at. And total for the week is I'm hoping to get most people to about 9,000, 10,000 total per week. So if you're doing about 3 swims a week at about 3K, you're getting that 9K mark. If you mix in a few more swims, you can easily get yourself up to that 10K swim. When I say easily, I know everybody has a tough schedule and lots of other things going on in life, but that's kind of where I'm hoping to see most athletes at this point in time. So make sure in the pool you're working on your strength. So you're using pool buoys, you're using the paddles, you're using other tools to make sure you got some strength in that water, because on race day it could be a little windy, it could be a little choppy. So you may want to make sure you got enough swim strength to get past the waves and the currents and other things going on, and make sure that you can overcome if there's any waves or currents pushing you out off course or anything like that. You want to make sure you have the strength to overcome that and stay on course. And now's the time you want to be looking at your gear. You're looking at your goggles, you're looking at your wetsuits, making sure you're getting all that stuff squared away, what you're going to be doing on race day and what you're going to be using, to make sure it's in good shape and you're able to get on race day and get everything on without it breaking on you and being in a sorry position at the start of the race and stressed out. So make sure your gear's in shape. Looking at biking, looking at the long rides to be about the 50 to 65 mile range right about now. A lot of people are doing a little bit more of what I've been seeing out in Tulsa, especially when you're in areas where the weather is cooperates a little bit better. Here in Kansas City, we're still kind of in the 30s in the morning and maybe getting to the highs in the 50s. Raining, we're still looking at snow. So, you may be on the lower end of this if you're still working on indoor rides. But this is kind of minimum where I'm hoping you're at this point in time. Really working on being an aero. There's going to probably be some headwind, side winds at any point. So make sure you're also practicing, even if it's windy outside, if you can get outside, practice in the wind, especially if you're going to use race wheels, 808s, 404s, whatever brand you're using, whatever depth you're using, make sure that you're comfortable with those, especially in the side wind. Total weekly miles about 90 to 125 miles a week. So if you're doing your long ride about 65 miles, you're getting about half of that in. I like to see about 3 rides per week, so maybe you got a 20, a 20, and a 65, so that gets you about 105. So that's puts you well above the little minimum here that I have, but get you out there, get you multiple rides a week. The bike course is going to be really demanding, I think, about 4,500 feet of elevation gain. Like I said, there could be possibility of winds, so just make sure you're getting in your bike miles, because that will set you up for the run. Like I said, practice in the wind and make sure you can be an aero for extended periods of time. For the running, I'm looking about 12 to 15 miles on your long runs on the weekends. Working some runs off the bike, so when you're doing your bike sessions, if you have an opportunity to do 1 or 2 miles off the bike just real quick to get some extra miles in, so make it short and peppy, just kind of get those legs used to going kind of constantly. That way you can do maybe almost a run every day possibly, so 6 to 7 days a week, but one run is maybe after a bike ride and you're only doing 1 to 2 miles off the bike to kind of get yourself used to being out there, getting the legs turning over after you've been on the bike for extended periods of time. Total weekly miles about 25, 30 miles per week. So like I said, about 15 is knocked off in the long run. So if you're looking on the slow side or on the low side, you're looking at about 10 miles you need to get between 2 or 3 other runs per week. And if you're looking for, you can have maybe an intense run and then maybe a little bit less of intense, more of a tempo style run, and then you got your long run on the weekends. So again, it's going to be a flat run course, so really getting in those long runs in zone 2 and just making sure you find your zone and you're consistent and steady eddy throughout the run. I think that's going to be the key to get you through the run on race day. Also, don't forget about your strength work. You still should be working that in there, getting your functional strength, your core, and your flexibility and stability muscles in there. Make sure everything goes through the core, so swimming, biking, and running, everything goes through the core, so make sure you're still working on that. You can be doing functional strength, so that's just your straightforward movements of bench press, squats, and other things. So you can be doing your core functional movements then. So flexibility. You can be working in mobility and other types of movements as well, but you can really still be hitting that strength, especially 12 to 11 weeks out. So, there's great opportunities to still build some strength in the gym doing regular strength work. Also, don't forget about, as we're getting into these longer distances, 65-mile rides, 50-mile runs, more opportunities for your body to break down over time. So make sure you're focusing on that recovery. So I got in there rollers, massage, static stretch, compression boots, whatever you got going on. You got a massage therapist that can do deep tissue work, that can do active release therapy. You can do a lot of static stretching on your own. Maybe you're having some downtime, at the end of the day, watching a little bit of TV or something. Just jump on the floor and do some static stretches. If you got compression boots, now it's time to break them out and use them on a consistent basis. Also, I don't have in there, but nutrition is also key. So making sure you're eating well before, for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. You're eating your meals. You're not skipping stuff. You're not worried about race weight. You're not starving yourself. And especially after these long workouts, you're getting in the golden window, the 30 to 60 minutes out. You're getting something in, whether it be a protein shake, a glass of chocolate milk, something after these longer workouts to make sure you're replenishing everything that your body needs to recover and rebuild the muscles from those workouts. So in summary, this, like I said, is kind of what I'm looking at for my athletes to be at and myself to be at. We're looking at 12 to 11 weeks out from Ironman Tulsa 2020 on May 31st, 2020. Again, you can pause this video anytime and kind of see the different distances I have set up here. If you got any comments or questions, as always, put them in the comments, send me a message, and I'll be happy to get back to you and send you any thoughts that I have. And happy training out there, and I'm excited to see you guys on race day. We'll see you out there.